2. We want to talk about season
yeah, let's
2.
do it. Let's do
We
it.
wanted to talk about season 2, the writer
Yeah,
strike.
man.
When you look back
Oh,
at that season and just really the pitfalls of it and the incomplete nature of it, what do you think about it, the legacy of it, and just kind of that empty feeling of how that season was kind of closed out.
yeah. So I'm actually looking over the episodes right now. Do you mind reminding me what was some of the big storylines in that season that kind of stood out? Do you remember off the top of your head?
I, I feel as though with that season, if I'm remembering right,
It,
that's when Smash,
oh, is that
he's
where he gets busted with steroids and all that?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. It's you're right because I looked at that as like, oh man, like season one had like 22 episodes. That's a lot of
a
episodes.
lot of
And then
episodes.
like every season from there had like 12 to 15, which I think is actually a pretty good sweet spot. Like
Yeah,
when you
that's a
get
good that's a
like
good spot.
like it was kind of like that change of the guard, right? Of like because some of those like older shows, like you think about like the other sitcoms of the world had like 20 plus episodes in every season. That's a lot of
Yeah,
episodes in one
that's a lot of
season, right?
episodes.
Um,
Now
so
we kind of now with shows it's kind of like the standard 10,
right,
with certain shows, you know what I mean?
right,
But
and
that was a big era.
even then, sometimes that 10 could really be 8 or even 6. So,
Yeah,
um, but yeah, I remember, yeah, just like the Coach Taylor balancing this like this conviction of like, how do I keep the unity of my team and also keep my star player engaged, but also like punish him. Like, I mean, how do I do this, right?
so
And
much.
I think that I love that he made Smash accept the penalty for what he did, which is the right thing to do, right?
Absolutely.
Like to make him accept the responsibility for his actions was the right thing to do. And even like Smash's mom just like going off on him, which is always classic, right? Shout
Oh
out to
yeah.
Smash's mom. But like, yeah, it's one of those things that I remember when we watched the first time, and it just ended, and it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And of course,
Yeah.
and remember, as I said in the beginning of this episode, we had to save a little money, buy season three, and then season three opens up with like Smash Tennis, and I'm like, whoa, 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 what is going on here? And Wellington, this was the first time I ever felt the effects of the writer's strike upon my life. That
Mhm,
first writer's
mhm.
strike.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had I never really been plugged into TV during that point in time. So like, I know, like, like shows like Heroes, like got sunk by the writer's strike, right?
Yeah.
And other shows really got affected by it as well too. And as you see, like with like Friday Night Lights, it cut that season short. Which again, it might be for good reason. Yeah, I haven't really like dove into like hearing like the directors and the producers' thoughts and like how it really changed the trajectory of their show by being cut off like that. But maybe it was for the better that you kind of like had to like rework and figure out what happens on the other side of this. Because I think what came out of it, as you mentioned with season three, was a significant, pretty good to solid season,
I
and
mean, it's
it
really
really
good
set the
season.
tone for the rest of the series.